Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In my last video about Nano Dimension, we talked about the upcoming potential catalyst on Tuesday. That was maybe some big news, right? We were maybe hoping for some acquisition news or something like that. We didn't get it, guys, unfortunately. So I want to do a little bit of a recap on the webinar that Yoav Stern, the CEO of Nano Dimension, did with eTORO. But I also want to talk about a couple potential good bits of information. So stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I'm Richard Allan. On this channel, I know we talk about Nano Dimension quite often, but yesterday, Yoav Stern just had an interview with eTORO. eTORO is a brokerage over in Europe that a lot of people use. It's a big brokerage, and Nano Dimension is actually one of their top 50 stocks that is traded on eTORO. So it makes sense that they had an interview with Yoav Stern. Now, I want to talk about that interview a little bit because Yoav Stern said a couple pieces of information that I was really excited to hear, but I also want to show you some price action and then a couple purchases that Ark Invest has made recently, bringing their total for Nano Dimension shares quite a bit higher. They've actually purchased over 1 million shares in the last 2 days. So, listen, one of the biggest things that Yoav Stern's talked about in that interview is that he's not looking to impress investors over the next couple quarters. He has a 3 to 5 year time horizon here, right? And that's really important to note, because if you're going to be an investor in Nano Dimension at this point, you should be a long-term investor in Nano Dimension. We're not seeing the crazy volatile swings that you've seen with Nano Dimension before as of late. Now, the whole market is kind of on a downtrend overall, except for the major indices. The S&P 500 is at an all-time high. The Dow is at an all-time high. The NASDAQ is closing right around $14,000. So the major indices are very high, but the growth stocks that we all love, that we've made a lot of money on over the past year, have taken a big hit. And Yoav Stern knows that's going on. So that's important to know. Now, he was sort of pleading for people to have more of a longer time horizon for Nano Dimension. He's like, don't look for us to give you fancy numbers over the next quarter or two. Give us a few years and you'll be happy. We're gonna give you more than 10% per year. That's our goal. So that's something to note. He said, we're gonna give you more than 10% per year. I think the general thing that Yoav Stern shared was, be patient. Be patient with a company like Nano Dimension. We're at the beginning of the stages of really what 3D printing is capable of, and we're getting in with a company that has the potential to change manufacturing, electronics manufacturing as we know it, with their patents, with what they're capable of, with what they're working on. This is an exciting company, but it's going to take years, and I hope that you're a long-term investor in Nano Dimension. Now, one thing that he did said, sorry, I got something in my eyeball. One thing he did say that shocked a lot of people was, we're not closing the door to potentially being purchased. So he did say, if the right opportunity comes up, I am how did he phrase it? I totally forgot. He said something like, my job is to make money for the shareholders, right? That's his job. His job is to make money for shareholders. And that's important to note because there's a chance, he said, that it would make sense to sell the company. And that was something that I haven't heard him say before. So that was something that shocked me. It shocked a lot of people over on the Discord when we were talking about it a little bit. So let's jump over to WeBull here. I want to show you price action. It closed today at $7.60 per share. You can see that up here. And after hours, it went up a little bit, 1 percentage point. So not much, but I do have both Ark W and Ark Q pulled up here, and I want to show you some exciting moves in Ark's holdings. We're at the 48th place here for Nano Dimension. You can see that they're holding 5.5 million shares for almost $42 million in there. And this is, again, this is the Ark W fund. This is the next generation internet ETF, but also an ARKQ. This is the major holding for Ark in this fund for Nano Dimension. However, these are becoming closer and closer. Now, Nano Dimension is in the 19th place here in ARKQ with 8.1 million shares. Okay, 8.1 million shares for almost $62 million. Now, this is exciting stuff. They've added actually an additional 1 million shares over the past couple days. Thank you to Mr. John Paul Investing. I just watched your video that you did in your car, which was cool. You got the news out before everybody else did, and I appreciate that. So, guys, that's all the news I have for you. I'm excited for Nano Dimension, but I'm excited for Nano Dimension long term. I have a cost basis right now in my long-term portfolio of over $14 per share. So, what? I'm down almost 50%, right? So keep that in mind. I am hanging on to this company. I'm not pumping it like I hear in the comments by some people. I am hanging on to this company for years and years and years because I believe in the company. I believe in the CEO. He seems like a tough guy. He seems like he actually cares about his company and he wants to do something special. So I'm excited for this company long term. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for another video. As always, if you didn't already do it, hit that beautiful red subscribe button down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.